There we go. Thank goodness.
God damn. Oh,
Goddamn, this technology too much. How you doing, brother?
How's it going? How's it going?
oh my God. I can't believe who we got on. We got Beanie Siegel. We got Beanie. I got Beanie right there. From Philly right there, Beanie. I'm fucking with you, man. What up,
good? Man, how you doing, man? Appreciate you for having us come through. I know you got a busy day today. You got
hell yeah, y'all number 6, motherfucker. God damn. 6'5".
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to keep the questions fresh. I know you probably getting tired of repeating yourself.
Okay, it's all good though, man. It's all love, bro. It's all love. Y'all from DC?
Yeah.
I can tell. Where you from?
Well, my father was on 58, ready by Margaret Park.
Okay.
Boss Park, everybody play ball at.
All right. Well, there it is, man. Let's do it, brother.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it the first question. Everybody probably want to know is, what got you into comedy? Obviously,
joning on them bammers at school and shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking niggas talking about my big ass forehead, nigga might look like a girl and shit, nigga. I had to come back lethal with them niggas. I know you ain't talking with them shoes you got on, nigga. Fuck out of here with that bullshit you wearing. So that's how I started talking shit in school. And then when I was 17, I saw Eddie Murphy doing Delirious, and so I said I want to do stand-up comedy.
Yeah, that was my favorite. Have you? I know you guys are probably your all-time favorite, but have you ever met your all-time favorite comedian?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I work with him. I work with him named Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney.
Oh yeah.
The great legend Paul Mooney.
Yeah.
How was that? That was all right.
Man, that was wild. You know, it's funny. I've known him from when I went to the Comedy Store. It's a place called the Comedy Store in LA. It's a big comedy club. It has 3 different rooms: small, medium, and large one. And you get picked in to be like a regular there, that you work the room. And so he was one that came every night, but he come on last because he stay on the longest and shit. You know, running people, white folks out the club and shit like that. And so I was just enamored that a brother could talk that kind of shit on stage. You know, because I caught him at the Capitol Center back in '87 when I got shot. I went by myself to the Capitol Center to see Eddie Murphy, and he was opening act for Eddie Murphy, and I'm an Eddie Murphy fan, but when I heard him, I was like, who is this dude talking about white folks like this? You know, that was my shit. Like, God damn. You got to remember, '87, before none of y'all was born and shit, probably. Yeah. You know, I hadn't heard nobody talk that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? About white folks. So I was a fan of him. Then, when I went to LA, I ran into him at the Comedy Store. We became friends and so forth or whatever. And one day, he was doing a show. What was he doing? Oh, he was doing a show at the DC Improv, and I was home in DC. I went to see him, and he said the next day, he said, I'm going to New York to pick up some more DVDs. That's when DVDs was hot. And on the train, meet me at Union Station there, like 12 o'clock. I'm going up there, pick up some more DVDs and bring them back. But I was going to New York to perform, so I went and got a first-class ticket on that joint on a train to go to New York. I'm going through the first class and shit, and the man and the bartender was like, "Yo, I see we got all the comedians on here." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well," he said, "Paul Mooney." I said, "Where he at?" He said, "Back that way." To coach. I said, nigga, I done bought me a first class ticket.
I'm trying to meet him. I can't.
Exactly. So we was on a train for about an hour and a half. I don't know, it was maybe 2 hours train. But that was a dope ass time. Just me and him sitting across from each other. No Hollywood shit. Just telling me about Hollywood stories about people and shit. And that was one of the greatest moments of my career, meeting your idol and sitting there for 2 hours just picking the Willy Bobo. Boom.
That's definitely all right. All right, so what, if any, what if any misses did you have, like, in picking projects? Did you have any bad projects that you picked?
I said no to a couple of things that I probably should have said yes to. Let me think of something I probably said. Well, you remember a football player named Brian Bosworth? Football player for Oklahoma.
I heard a name.
Had long hair and shit, white boy. Remember that? Yeah, well, they wanted me to play his partner in the movie, like he was like on a, he was like a, a motherfucking army man and shit or whatever. Knew how to do helicopters. Now I was gonna be his sidekick and shit.
Oh, this doing the black and white cops.
Exactly. And he wasn't no good actor at the time, and I wasn't no great actor and shit. So I turned it down, and they offered a nigga 200 bands and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was like 200,000, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I don't know. And I should have took the money and ran with the motherfucker. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? The shit was whack. It was whack. Yeah. But I was, more into, nah, man, my shit be good, and he ain't good. So I need somebody to be good with and shit. So I turned that down, and then Sony offered me $225,000. It was called a holding deal. Back in the days in the '90s, they would get an artist they like and hold them, and you couldn't work nowhere else without, you know, like for a year. But they give you 200 stacks or 400 stacks or whatever they thought you was worth to hold you, so you don't go nowhere else, and only they could tell you where you can go for a year. And I was like, nah, I wanted more and shit, because some of my other friends got 400, 300. You know, I'm a DC nigga. I'm like, nigga, fuck the 200,000, nigga. Even though I had about 3,000 in the bank, nigga, I ain't give a fuck. I was like, fuck that 200,000, 225,000. And they finally turned it away. You know, I said no, whatever. And so those are two projects I would probably say, two things I would say. But I got close on some projects I wanted. What did I get close on? Next Friday, between me and Mike Epps and one other person. With Mike Epps, you know, Day.
And what role was you going for that?
Day.
Okay.
Yeah. And Mike killed it. You know, Mike killed it.
Yeah, that would have been big. That would have been
That was Jackie.
For him now.
Remember Jackie Brown? You remember that movie called Jackie Brown?
Yeah,
Chris Tucker had a little part and shit. He had a little do-rag. I pretty much had that role with Quentin Tarantino, but Chris said he wanted, you know, big bank takes little bank and shit. But Chris went and took it. I'd have had that motherfucker. Audition to kill an audition. But I think those are the ones that kind of, you know, stood out. You know.
All right, so do you prefer working with like newer talent or older talent? You know, do you
well, now where I'm at now.
Again, you know,
right, where I'm at now, I don't mind, because I'm seasoned enough to help young cats out, and I'm cool enough to work with seasoned talent. But when I was younger, you know, I might not want to work with young people because people ain't that talented, because I wasn't the greatest motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I had to try to be around people better than me. Now I'm in a position where even my sketches, I shoot sketches and shit. I'm down for the young comedians. I'm not the one that likes them shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I may not be down for everything they do. Some of the shit they think is kind of silly, just like hip hop. You know, this new hip hop ain't my hip hop I grew up with. You know, I'm more wordsmith. I need to hear words and shit. Rewind and tape. Like, and he just say that and shit, and he say this. Now it's mostly a hook and a beat, nigga. And the beat damn near the same.
The song is 2 minutes long. Top.
Motherfucker, man, I was at a party last night. 9 songs went on, and they all sound the same and shit. I didn't know who the fuck was it. Was it Lil Durk? Was it Vaughn? You know, I'm like, what the fuck? It sounded the same to me and shit. But it's me. I got an older ear, so no disrespect to the young cats.
Yeah. So, is there anybody who you found out that was a fan of you that like caught you off guard? Like, man, this don't be for real.
Yeah, and you might find out the janitor gonna kick you out of that goddamn bathroom, nigga. That goddamn public bathroom.
I'm at work. I'm at work. I do the kicking out. I'm in charge.
I don't want you to don't get fired for this motherfucking interview now.
Right?
Nah, I'm fucking with you, man. Yeah, when I do my podcast, man, I'm surprised, man, that people were my fans, like Akon, Killer Mike. You know, when I call them up, I be kind of a little nervous, like them saying, "No, I ain't fucking with you," or whatever. They be like, "Nigga, what? I'll do your show. Hell yeah, I've been a fan of yours for years." I'm like, "What?" So Killer Mike. I knew Ricky Smiley, and I knew Godfrey and Faison, but who else? Ruben Studdard, been a big fan of mine and shit. And we did a play together, bro. Ruben Studdard. But so many of them, man, almost all the people come on my podcast be like, if you listen to them, they be like, "Yo, I fucks with you, man. You was a real cat." And what happens is, if you cool with dudes now, down the road, they still gonna fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I was never an asshole to nobody. So there you go.
You build good relationships.
There you go. For real.
So
starting with that, so like everybody knew you did How to Play, and everybody knew you've been a back. So you did the 90s and 2000s, like 2010, you kind of your whole world was different. But now you've made a resurgence. And when I started following you again, it was just for comedy. It's when I caught you on Comedy Hype. I was like, I know him.
Right, sure.
He actually, on the other comedians, like I watched the whole Never Grow Up. Oh, that's great that they had you on because you were kind of recurring. But even with that, you did that, but you got your own Pierre Panic Room. Did that help you in any way get your own podcast going?
Yeah, in fact, it's funny you say that. I try to minimize it. Like, yes, I was doing a lot of stuff in Hollywood, but I started disliking Hollywood and the way they do the, backstabbing shit, lying, motherfuckers, your own crew lie, your agents, your managers, and I'm, I don't know, I don't call it a DC feeling, but man, tell me what you're saying. Tell it to my face. Even if it's hard news, tell it to me. Don't bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just let me know what it is. Let me know who I'm riding with. In Hollywood, you don't know who you riding with. When you hot, you hot. When you're not, they don't pick the phone up. The same motherfucker thought you was the shit and loved you and told you, "Hey, man, you're my man. Let's work together. Let's do this." As soon as some shit don't happen, you calling them up. You can't get them on the phone no more. They see you at a party. They walk away real quick. You're like, "God damn, I was just your man like a year ago. What the fuck happened?" So I got tired of hearing that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not getting stuff, you're not working steadily, they push you away. It is what it is. It's, you know, you ain't hot no more. Niggas all want to be around the hottest dude. So I took myself away. I went to Atlanta. That's where Black Hollywood is. So I started producing my own shit. I got 3 movies about to come out. It's called Slice 1, 2, and 3. It's a horror comedy. I wrote, produced, and financed my own shit. They about to drop out. Got a couple people in it you may recognize. It's a horror comedy, basically what black people would do in a horror movie. So it's funny and shit talking and a lot of that kind of stuff. So I did that. I did a thing called Pierre's Panic Room, 7 episodes. I'm not Pierre's Panic Room, Dating Pierre, 7 episodes on YouTube. Some of the funniest YouTube web series you won't see. Pierre, Dating Pierre on YouTube. So I did that. So you guys didn't see me in Hollywood no more, so you might be like, oh, what happened to it, whatever. I put myself out of Hollywood. So then about 2000, I say about 2016, 17, everywhere I would go, people would say, yo, man, I miss you, man. Where you been at? Where you been at? I said, all right, let me put myself in a position where y'all can see me more at. Instead of my own little YouTube channel, let me get in a bigger way. The guy from Comedy Hype wanted to interview me. So he interviewed me, his name is John. He interviewed me, and he loved the way I interviewed, my style, my realness, and everything. So after I got done interviewing, he said, man, I got a room over there with these 2 girls. We're doing the show. Could you sit down with them and let them interview you and you talk about stuff? And I killed the situation. Killed it. They were like, damn. I mean, I ran the show, basically. So about a month later, he hit me up. He said, yo, I got an idea. It's kind of like First Take. On ESPN First Take, we have a female and 2 people. You're my lead man. I want you. Who do you want to work with? Because I want to start off with you, and whoever you want to work with, we're gonna put together. Because you, my quote unquote Stephen A. Smith. You know, kind of put me in because I like the way I talk, whatever. And so we got Symphony, we got other people, and then whoever worked out. And from then on, man,
you chose Capone yourself. Cause I feel like you guys not but y'all opinions are strong.
Right. I didn't. No. Capone. I didn't. I put some other people. But when he brought Capone to me, he said, "Can you work with Capone?" And I was like, "Yeah." And me and Capone would never been like this. We were cool.
It's good.
Right. But as I got to know him, I like him more. Now I get to know him better. But I'm gonna keep it 100. Even though you my boy, if I disagree with you, I'm gonna disagree with you. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't what I believe in, it ain't what I believe in. So there you go.
So I know you said you're a DC brother. Are there any projects or things you're doing to kind of like help youth in DC that may want to get into the entertainment field, or anything, any advice you can give them?
Right. Well, I always reach back. I do a thing every summer. I do 4 shows in my backyard. I got a sealed out backyard, and I built a stage back there. We do a barbecue, we do drinks and shit like a barbecue, and I let young DC comics come up there and perform. You know, on stage, get their man on and shit on stage. But I've had people like Teddy Carpenter, I have Chris Thomas, I've had Joe Claire back there. You know, I've had some heavy hitters from DC on that stage back there. And I do it like we just did one like 3 weeks ago. It'd be packed out. Like I only let like 50 people come back in my backyard and shit. But you know, we got umbrellas and shit. You go to my IG page, Comic Pierre, you'll see some of the footage. So I reach back like that. But I'm not in DC enough. I travel so much and do so many other things and shit. I'm in Atlanta, I'm in LA. I got my half-hour in LA. So I don't have that much, you know, I'm not in DC that much to touch DC that much. But I will as far as letting them get off stage in my backyard to get their man on and shit. They singing or comedians or whatever.
Okay, so you know, you say you do your own project. Do you have like a dream project or anything? Like something that you you gotta get it made no matter how long it takes?
Yeah, now I feel you. You know, but I tell you a project would be kind of dope though. But no, it has something to do with DC. Do y'all remember a guy named Terrence Johnson?
Nah.
That's a damn shame. Damn shame. He was a young brother. He was a young brother in DC that him and his brother were caught so-called taking coins out of a pinball machine or something. And the cops in Hyattsville arrested him. Took him to the precinct. Harassed them. Young Terrence took the gun out and shot one of the cops and killed him. So it became a big thing about harassing young black men. This is when I first came to DC from Germany, 1979. Your folks will know it, and about harassment. So, you know, it was like, you know, the cops been harassing young black people for a long time. 2 little light-skinned dudes, curly-haired dudes, but still black. Harassing them. And so it went on the news and shit. It was huge for like the trial and all that. So the 2 brothers got put in jail. Well, they wound up serving some time, some real time. When he got out, Oprah Winfrey put him on her show. you know, the Oprah Winfrey show, put Terrence on there. And Terrence talked about how terrible it was and how the trial he went through and stayed in jail for like 15 years or whatever. He got a job as a page. You know, a page is in like DC Capitol and stuff, like working around DC. He wanted to be a lawyer. So he's out there trying to do his thing. Everybody recognized him, oh, you Terrence Jones, whatever. And it just got to him. He couldn't live really right. So him and his brother fucked around and robbed the bank. When they robbed the bank, the cops came. They ran around the back and he committed suicide because he went away to jail. And all that was from DC, man. It's called his name is Terrence Johnson. Now I think his story would be dope to do.
Oh, I never heard of it, and that's probably the reason why.
Yeah, that's a good
story. Yeah. I think he got killed. I think he committed suicide about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, something like that. But yeah, you know, he made the whole city volatile when they, you know, him and his brother's case, man. You know, it's one of the first sensationalized young black men being killed type of thing. This is 1979.
But I think that would be dope for you because I feel like people wouldn't expect that because you kind of get put in the comic box, and that's way out of the realm.
Sure. Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing that, man.
Yeah. Do you dabble in other genres of it? I know you got the horror, but like drama and things like that with your movies.
Yeah. I got 4 scripts I wrote. One of them is called The Company You Keep. And it's kind of like a drama. It's about 4 guys who go out one night and they stumble up on a murder that they didn't commit, but they leave something that they have there, and they get back to their house. Kind of like, think of Stand By Me meets Juice. Remember the movie Stand By Me and Juice and stuff? Yeah. They're kind of like the Warriors, where they got to get back home and shit. They get back home, and there's a nasty-ass detective that's on their case because somebody left a flyer from a party that was going to happen in their neighborhood. So they know the guys were there, but those guys ain't the one committed the murder. And how their friendships break apart, you know, so they were tight friends, but now they start thinking, I wouldn't be with you, and blah, blah, blah. And how, you know, so it's that. It's a drama. Yeah.
That's crazy. I know the industry is kind of, I would not say easy now because the internet makes a lot of things faster, but like what things would you change about the industry? Like, I know you said the politics of Hollywood is fake. Like, would you change that or would you try to help people narrate through that path?
Well, now it's not as bad because now you have control of your destiny. Look at my man Country Wayne. He's a good example. I've known, you know, Country Wayne.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Career. You know what I'm saying? There's boys now that are making money, don't need Hollywood no more, and that's the stronghold. In fact, Hollywood is starting to grab people from social media and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, to try to make them somebody, you know, put them in movies or whatever. But it's a whole different beast now. You're in control of your destiny now. You don't really need Hollywood anymore. You know what I'm saying? All you need is your fan base that's willing to, you know, contribute financially or some kind of way. Even sometimes like my Panic Room. Right, you know, I haven't asked for no money yet and stuff, but I make a little money on the, you know, the advertising, the ads for y'all to watch. So at least watch it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, you can be in control of your own stuff. There's enough outlets that let you put out. Because here's the thing: if I make my own movie, and I put it on my platform, let's say my YouTube channel, and 1 million people watch it, why I need Hollywood, motherfucker? I don't need to, because it don't matter where you watch it, as long as you watch it.
Okay.
You know, you watch it on your tablet, if you watch it on your laptop, if you watch it on your TV, or if you go to the movie theater. I don't give a damn as long as you watch it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so nowadays, going to the theater ain't no big thing no more because most movies don't last for 2 weeks in the theater, and then they're back down to TV or
all the streaming services.
Your computer, your phone, your iPad. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, all the stuff.
Might be in the 2 weeks in the theater, but fuck that. You know, wasting all that money trying to advertise in the movie theater. Go straight to the video, or straight to the, you know, online. I mean, and make your money that way.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like a lot of people want the easy way, and there's no more hard work, and people get depressed when the easy way ain't the easiest way. You know what I mean?
I feel
so it's kind of a fake narrative.
My only problem is this: that some people think because they have a camera, iPhone, whatever, they're a director or they ready for the limelight. And some people aren't even ready yet. You know, they do. Yeah. I mean, they do some stuff that's not even really that creative on social media. You know what I'm saying? Just dumb shit to put out there. And unfortunately, some younger kids, because most social media is really under 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? Nobody fucking with it older than that. That's why, what's his name? DC Young Fly will have a lot more followers than Steve Harvey. But Steve Harvey makes a lot more money. You know what I'm saying? Because the platform ain't fucking with Steve Harvey like that because they're older. You know what I'm saying? People older who like Steve Harvey. So under 30, unfortunately, sometimes, not saying you gentlemen, but they like dumb shit. They don't give a fuck. A nigga slap a nigga and run. He's slap man now. Everywhere you go, he's slapping niggas and running and shit. Man.
Yeah.
Funny as shit. Like, what's funny about slapping a nigga running? It's just dumb shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Not creative. You know what I'm saying? But people buy into this shit and be like, no, that's my nigga. I want to see him. If he's a comedian or he wants to start doing comedy, now he comes to the comedy club and everybody wants to see Slapman. Slapman ain't got no jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nigga, that's what the fuck. Where good veteran comics got good material. But, you know, I just tell the veterans don't get away from social media, though. Because there's still some people on there that want to fuck with you that watch social media. Like, my career is taken to another level because social media. I'm considered an OG, a veteran, whatever, but I'm still on social media, you know, hard, you know, having a good time, taking my creative stuff on the social media.
That's real dope.
So what would you say is the biggest, I guess is the biggest, I don't know, the biggest thing about having streaming services now that you're able to get your content out so much quicker. It's able to reach a lot more people in their homes. You don't have to inconvenience people, especially with, you know, the pandemic and everything that went on. What was the importance of social media on your career with that?
Well, I mean, people just got the chance to see me without having to wait for somebody else to put me out there. You know what I'm saying? Like a movie. You know, if you want to be seen in a movie, you got to wait for the company to decide what date that movie coming out. You know, March 15th is coming out. It's 3 months from now. You know what I'm saying? Or a TV show or TV network. But with social media, you were instantly out there. As soon as you put the shit up there, you know, it's out. So you control the timing of it. You know, how much you want to put out. If I want to put a video out every single day, I put a video out every single day. So during the pandemic,
you build your own content.
Yeah, a lot of people stayed home, and you know what I'm saying? It's gotten to the point now, they thought that out of the people who stayed home and worked, that maybe 15% of the people would want to stay home, you know, instead of going back into work. It's 55% of people staying home now. They're saying, you know what? I'm not going to work. If you try to get me to work, I'm not working. I'll get unemployment, motherfucker, if I come out of office again. So now bosses got to make motherfuckers work, let people stay at work now. I mean, at home now to work. You know what I'm saying? So home is the place that's really, you know, we are controlling our own. We are damn near bossing the bosses around. You know, you know, by saying, nigga, we ain't coming to work. Now, either we work from outside like we've been, or we ain't coming in there. And most bosses are saying, you know what? Unless it's like, you know, auto repair, but if it's like computers and all that kind of shit and clerical work, they're like, nigga, stay home. Just stay home.
It's mostly of a partnership. If I say I don't want to do it, you know, you're not gonna lose a good work with some good, you know, good people. Like, I'm not gonna be above. You're gonna be kind of partners now. Like, I respect you. You know
right. It's not worker and employee no more. It's both of them on the same level, damn near. You know what I
mean? Yeah.
So what advice would you give to the younger people, and also like I said, the OGs who ain't trying to really be going back? Because you say a lot of people don't come back and give back sometimes. But like, what advice would you do? I know young people need to be more open, and older people need to be more open and accepting to them, and we just come to a middle.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Well, for the OGs, I would tell them, you know, there was a time when your parents was on your ass for doing new shit. I remember my father clowned me for liking Prince. He was like, what the fuck, nigga, Prince? Sometimes I want to be like my mother, sometimes I'm like my father. You know, one of them lyrics he had.
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck you listen to? There ain't no Al Green, no James Brown. Nigga, what's wrong with you? And now, you know, and I was like, you crazy, Dad. This Prince is off the chain. You know, whatever the case may be. Or Red Essence or something. You know, what the fuck all that noise, man, that's some bullshit. Well, now, you know, OG, you look at the young cats, you got to be careful how you talk to them too, because you know, your parents talk to you, you got a certain way you felt. You know what I'm saying? You got to give everybody a chance to grow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're a young cat now, 21, 22, thinking King Von is the best rapper in the world. That's fine. That's what you want to think. But there'll become a time where you realize maybe that wasn't, or the next person be worse than that. Be what the fuck is that now? At least King Von, I understood something. You know what I'm saying? So each generation has a problem with the generation in front of it because they see change. People don't like change. That's the problem. You know, they feel uncomfortable when you change shit. You want to stay in the same routine. So I would tell old heads, man, look here. There was a time when you wanted change and you were down with the change. These young kids want that. Respect the fact that they are doing something that maybe you don't like. You ain't got to contribute to it necessarily, but you can't disrespect it because you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Let them have their way. Let them grow their way. And if they want to ask you for some advice, because maybe they ain't working right the way they wanted to work, then they come holler at you. Young cats, I got to let you know that you don't know everything. Yes, you know how to work the iPhone better than I do, but you don't know how to be creative as I do as far as the material. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Sure, you can edit, you can do stuff, you can be quicker with me on the phone and all that. I get that. I respect that. But I can show you some real meat of something, you know, of entertainment. How how to really do what you're doing. Instead of slapping somebody running, I can tell you how to set it up better. You know what I'm saying? Make it come out in a better way than just slapping and running. You know, I can tell you how to turn that into something better because I've been around long enough. So it needs to come a marriage of respecting both. And once you let both sides, let the other side know that we don't think we're better than you, that's how you make it work. You know, both need each other.
I think that's
next man that's going past might need you to grab his hand while you walking past.
There you go. That's real shit. I fuck with the young cats.
I was going to ask, in your career, do you think you're more of a risk taker or you conservative with your choices?
Shit, nigga, come on, brother. You must not watch me. Watch some comedy hype, nigga. You know how people say, fuck your white ass, you clown ass nigga, you a clown motherfucker. Because I stay in my guns and say, no, nigga, that's wrong. This is what I believe in, nigga. It's wrong. And most people fuck with me because they know I'm telling the truth. Yeah. It's no different than, look, I'm not a dark-skinned black man. You know, I guess when you call somebody a black man, he got to be dark-skinned because like, can't be a black man for some reason because it's always your white side. That's your white side. Whenever I say something that makes sense and shit, you know, that ain't pro-black. Look, I'm going to fight for black people all the time. But there's a time when you got to say, bro, you're doing something wrong. You're wrong what you're doing, man. And we can't be afraid to say that. Say, bro, you can't. Like, if a black man went into a store and shot 10 white people, you're not going to tell me, like, yeah, nigga, fuck them white people. They shot us. No, you didn't like it when they shot you, nigga, so you can't. I'm not gonna promote that. I'm going to say that's wrong. Now, some black people are like, oh, nigga, you a sellout. It's your white side talking. No, that's my humanitarian side. It's fucked up what he did. Both of them fucked up. The white people walking in and shooting the black people was fucked up, and the brother went in and shot the white folks was fucked up. Both of them need to go to jail, nigga, forever. Both of them. And some people don't want to hear that. Oh, nigga, you white, nigga. That ain't. That's some ignorant shit to me when people talk.
That's all internet talk.
Huh?
That's all internet talk.
Yeah, so I'm willing to go fight that fight. You talking about, am I scared? And the hell no, nigga, I'm in that fight. And that's why the owner of Comedy Hype loved me. He's like, man, you my franchise player, nigga, because you are in the socket. You don't go along with everybody. I went against Corey Holcomb and shit. Fuck it. I told him, come on, come to my show, nigga, let's do this. I just interviewed Rizza Islam when me and him got into it. I don't run from nobody. I'm not running from nobody. Ain't nobody scaring me, nigga. I got 2 licenses. I got a concealed in Maryland and 1 in Georgia, nigga. I'll pull that thing out, nigga, if y'all act a fool with it. So we good.
Well, I just like to say again, I appreciate you for having us on. And I know you got other
Yep.
So thank you again, Pierre.
It's all good, brother.
Good luck with the Comedy Hype, and I can't wait to drop those slices 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, can't see
there it is right there.
Definitely check out all the
Keep doing that.